Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk. Whoa!
Stephen J. partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The cart turned into a pumpkin again. So what else you gonna do?
This team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to part. Play it out, bro. While you're talking this game.
Hey, what's going on, people? I want to thank y'all for joining us on a very special edition of Real Tough Talk. We're here to present the EHS Kids Flag Championship game. New Breed versus Boys Club. This is amazing. This is something that we've never done before, but this was, basically my dream, to always be able to cover a kids game in Real Tough Talk fashion.
I mean, that was pretty much the whole idea. We've all grown up, as kids playing football, actually imagining ourselves, comparing ourselves to professional athletes, back in the day. And some, until now, some still do it. So to see yourself record it and being able to play back that footage as if you were actually televised, similar to some of these professional athletes, and you can watch all of the things that you were able to do, is something that's amazing and something that not a lot of kids can say that they've witnessed unless they go towards the professionals. So I think that that's a great thing that we're able to do that.
And first of all, we're going to give a shout out to EHS. Pans did an amazing job putting this together. Got a lot of the teams in TFL to sponsor it. A lot of players, gave different type of items and helped with hoodies and waters and stuff like that. And you had the BQFL gave help with trophies and stuff like that. So they did an amazing job. Pams did an amazing job of putting everything together. So I know the guy is highly respected based on his run with Carver Mob, being that they just won their 50th championship. But I think he's underrated when it comes to as far as a community type leader. He does a great job of bringing everybody together. You might not like the guy as far as the coach, you know what I mean? But definitely, when you take that out of it, obviously you don't like the guy because everybody's super competitive. It's nothing really personal. But you may not like the guy as a coach and as an owner of a team because everybody's competitive. Everybody's trying to gain the edge. But you got to respect his movement and what he's trying. One thing you can say about the guy is he puts 110% into everything you do. And when that comes to involving kids, that is an excellent thing for them. We wanted to chip in by throwing in Real Tough Talk.
Yeah.
Doing it the way we do it. All right, now that we gave the right people the recognition that they deserve, we're going to jump into what we like to do, the football game. And we're going to give you the tail of the tape. I'm going to give you the tail of the tape of both teams, and I'm going to give you some players that I think is very important for this game for New Breed, and Ghost is going to do the same thing on He Feel for Boys Club. We're going to jump into this game right now, the tail of the tape, I should say. You're going to have New Breed. One thing I can say about New Breed is this team has athletes. They got kids that could jump out the gym and make plays. These kids is always one play away from making a great play and make you forget that these are kids. The other thing is they have several great players. You got a guy like Lorenzo. This kid plays high intensity, and I like the fact that he has a little swag on it. They also got a quarterback, Day who is dominant on both sides of the ball. The kid can make throw a touchdown pass and then get an interception. But with all that being said, you got to talk about, I feel, the best player on the field. You're going to have Kaya. They call her Icebox. This girl is the best player. Nobody cares if she's a girl. Nobody cares none of that. This girl has talent. She has cutback speed, the ability to get in and get out, and she has size to be able to get through guys. To me, in football, we don't know NFL players. So we're going to talk about the players we know. She reminds me of an Akon. Akon has the size, but he also has the speed. So either he can run through you or he can run past you.
Yeah.
But regardless of what, he's a high impact player, and I think that sums Kai up all up in one nice little female package. Next one, Boys Club. One thing I'm gonna tell you about what I love about this team is they swarm and attack as a group. Once the ball's in play, they attack, and you always gonna see them surrounding the ball carrier. I like that about this team. And they play disciplined football, and they're aggressive. If you look here, this team is gonna come after the ball, make plays, but they don't make stupid penalties. They don't take plays off. This team's aggressive. Tell me about some of their players we should talk about.
And some of the players I'm going to mention, one is Jordan on the offensive end. He's one of their receivers that has the height that can match up with a lot of New Breed's players. He has the height and the speed and the wingspan to go and get that football on both sides of the field. Then you also have Zaire, who's another capable guy, a capable kid on offense who can cut in the gaps and make plays, especially with the size that he has. And on defense, I'm going to mention Tayshawn, their giver, who gets on every single play.
Reminds me of a Carvamon Mijo.
Yes. My thing is, on this play, regardless of who has the ball, he's always in the middle of the play. He doesn't give up. It's not even if the play is away from him, you see him always in the vicinity to make a play, and that's one of the best things you want in a defender. And those are the three players I'm highlighting in this game right now.
But we're gonna have an unfortunate thing before we jump and we go over the game. They're gonna have a main player on. Well, New Breed is gonna come, and they're gonna be short.
Yes.
You know, they're gonna play pretty much Iron Man. I believe they only had one sub.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that the whole situation that broke down where you had, you know, some questionable players, ages and stuff like that. We're not gonna get into it, but that was the reason why the game was postponed to this week. Mm-hmm. And because of the schedule change, they're only gonna be able to field less than half their team.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a very tough thing to overcome. Now you tell me about this.
But unfortunately for Boys Club, they would lose one of their best players in Zaran, and because issue with school. So the thing about Boys Club is they are fundamentally about the kids excelling in school, and everything else is not always about what's happening on the field, or obviously what's off is just as important, if not more. And so they emphasize that. And for him to miss a championship game is something that he's going to remember, and that should push him forward to knowing that he has to prioritize certain things over others. But they needed him in this game, and unfortunately he can't play.
Well, we're going to go to the starting lineup. Mm-hmm. First, we're going to talk to each coach. Yeah. And then after we talk to each coach, we're going to go to the starting lineup as the kids give you their name and their age. So we're going to go to the first interview with the number 1 seed undefeated New Breed with Sarge.
What's going on? Stephen J. Real Tough Talk, here with a special edition. We're here with you at the EHS Flag Championship Game, Kids League. Here with Coach Sarge for New Breed. They play the Boys and Girl Club in the chip, figure about 10, 15 minutes or so. First of all, I want to congratulate you for being here, making it all the way to the chip. Long season. You played this team in the regular season. You was able to beat them 27-6. What do you think is different about this team you're facing now in the chip?
I don't think anything is different. I mean, the first time we played them was the first time my team actually seen each other as a whole. So I think now we have the real upper advantage because we played everybody and we were able to grow throughout the season.
You led the league, you was undefeated, but not only was you undefeated, you led the league in scoring 30 points a game. You led the league in defense, 8 points a game. You led the league in shutouts. What does that say about your team that coming into this game?
Believe it or not, I have 12 kids that pretty much bought into the system. They bought into what we wanted to do. Nobody is bigger than the next person. Everybody believe in everybody, and they just go out there and implement what we as coaches tell them to do.
But you know football mostly better than anybody, and you should know that the pressure's on you. You're undefeated. You're the top team. You're expected to win this game. How do you keep the kids on a level-headed playing field, not thinking, hey, this game is practically in the bag?
My kids are actually comfortable. They're actually laughing. They lose. They want to play. They want to have fun. I honestly think the pressure's on them because of how we played, how we beat everybody throughout the season. It wasn't a close game with nobody. So I think that plays a factor into our part coming into the game. They got to try to keep it close. But we just going out there, it's another game. Another game, we just go out there, have fun, and win while we doing it.
But we hearing rumors saying that sources are saying you might be a little short-handed today. Is that going to be a little pressure? Do you have to change your whole strategy completely coming into this game being short-handed?
No, because when I put this team together, believe it or not, I put it together 2 at each position in case something like this happens. So in this type of situations with any sport, specifically with kids, though, it's the next man up. So you teach that, and we taught that all season. There was certain games throughout the season that I gave my second quarterback a chance to quarterback, and he did just as well as the first quarterback. So although we short, still the same game plan. Have fun and win while we're doing it.
All right, we're going to thank Sarge for being here with us. The championship, but it's all this season was for this game. Pressure's not on him. I think a little different. I'm not, so we'll see what happens. Go and congratulate him. Wish him good luck. See you on the site. What's going on, people? Stephen J, Real Tough Talk, here with Coach Amar, excuse me, from the Boys Club. First of all, congratulations on getting here.
Appreciate you.
You're playing, basically, it seems like a David and Goliath thing. Number 1 seed team, led the league in scoring, led the league in defense, led the league in shutouts. How do you keep your kids calm coming into a game like this?
Well, for one, the kids are great guys. They go to the Boys Club every day from 3 to probably 8 o'clock every day. Again, we're not a football program. We're not a baseball program or basketball program. We're an all-around program. We introduce the kids to the program to different sports and allow them to, grow from there if they take it further than that.
One thing, when I went and I asked about your team, the biggest things I heard was fundamentals and discipline. Would that be perfectly fit for your organization?
That's definitely. That's one thing. If I ever, any kid I come across, the first thing I preach is respect. I tell every kid, if you have great respect, there's somebody out there willing to help you. So I make sure that we have great sportsmanship and we have that great respect no matter what happens and where we at.
I'm going to give you a number, 27-6. There's also numbers found familiar?
That's the first game.
Correct. What is the difference between the team that faced this team the first game to the team that's facing them now in the championship?
Basically, same kids. We grown over the games that we had, and we got better. So hopefully it turned out in our favor this time.
What is the most important thing you got to do to slow down their scoring attack?
Just defense. Stay subtle. Don't go for the fakes. Grab the flags. They quick. They're an awesome team, great team. Just go out there and play your hardest. That's it.
I want to thank him for being here. He's so mellow and calm. I want to play for this dude because he don't seem like he do no yelling like that. But that's now in the interview. See, in the interview is cool. Watch the game and watch how different he's getting. We're going to wish him good luck. They got nothing to prove. They hit the ball out. All right.
Sure not, right?
Go thank him for being here. Wish him good luck, man. Good luck
Appreciate
to you.
it.
All right, go.
Jerry, 12. John Garcia, 9 years old.
Kyle, 13.
Jordan, 13.
Zaire Washington, 13. Tayshawn, 13.
Howell, 10.
Cameron, 12.
Jaden, 13.
Orion, 11.
Saron Daniel, 13.
13? All right, got it.
Daryl Jenkins, I'm 12 years old.
My name is Darian Humphries, I'm 11 years old. My name is Jaden Vaughn, and I'm 11 years old.
My name is Aaron Renaud II, I'm 13 years old.
Zakiah, 13.
All right, let's go.
I'm Lorenzo Jones, 14 years old.
All right.
Last thing I'm going to give you right now is the positives of New Breed. New Breed came into this game undefeated. This team scores higher than any other team in the league. New Breed scores 28.8 points a game. Close to 30 points a game this team scores. And they only give up 8.4, which is number 2 on defense. They're number 1 in offense, but number 2 in defense. This team has outscored their opponents 144 to 62. That is amazing when you talk about this New Breed team. They have firepower, and they're not scared to let that gun off and be willing to do whatever it takes to put up points.
And to speak a little bit about their opponents in the Boys Club, this is not a team to sleep on because they did play this team in the regular season, and unfortunately for Boys Club, the game ended in a 27-6 loss. for Boys Club. But after that, that's when this team went on a tear. They went 4-0 after that game, and they end up shutting out 3 of those games. They end up winning in shutouts 3 of the 4 times that they won those games. And then after that, they had the number 1 defense in the league, which only giving up 6.6 points per game. So this team, like I said, take them seriously. And they were 3rd in offense, putting up 21.3 points per game. So regardless of what you feel about New Breed, that doesn't mean that because they beat this team in a regular season 27-6 that they're going to run through them in the playoffs, especially in a championship game. As we all know, we all done played the game, and we all know that the championship, the playoffs, is a different animal altogether, and I don't see this team rolling over the same way they did in the regular season.
All right, so that being said, now that you got your little stats, you got the players, I think it's time to ball out. Let's play some football. We're going to jump into the game, and we're going to start with Boys Club getting the ball first. Orion is going to throw a short pass to Zaire in the gap. The pass is dropped, incomplete. 3rd down, Orion throws to Jordan on the sideline for a decent gain, but they can't get the first down. They'll have to punt. That's tough. They're not even able to get a first down. You don't want to do that against a high-powered scoring offense, and that might hurt them later on. Big stop by New Breed.
And a small hiccup with that drop pass by Zaire. Hopefully they don't repeat that in the next drive. Hopefully they can hold on defense, though.
New Breed gets the ball. Day-Day's going to pitch it to Kai in the gap, but it stopped short, lost by Tayshawn to give. A great play by this kid. We talked about how Kaya can get a move on, and he's there to make a big stop. Day-Day then going to throw to Kaya open in the gap. Pass is low, incomplete. Day-Day throws it down in the gap, overthrown, incomplete. If you look here, Kaya open in the middle, New Breed has to punt. The number 1 defense in the league. They showed that they know the formula. Stop Kaya at all means necessary. As I said before, they swarm the ball. That's exactly what they do, and they shut Kaya down.
And I think that the key play on that drive was Tayshawn at the ball giver. As soon as Kaya got the ball, he knew exactly where to go. He's calling out defenses at the ball giver, pointing out where these kids are going. And so because of that, they have a central guidance by Tayshawn. He knows exactly where they're going, and that's why one of the reasons why they were able to stop him on his drive.
Boys Club's going to get the ball back. Orion is going to throw to Zion in the gap. That pass is going to be dropped. Orion then want to hand off to Jaden, who runs through the gap. Nice gain near the 40-yard line. And this is what they got to do. They got to attack. They got to go after this high-powered New Breed offense by hurting their defense. And that's a great play right there. 3rd down, Ryan's going to throw to Zion in the gap. Little off target, incomplete. 4th down, Orion throws to Cameron in the middle for a decent gain, and they pick up a first down.
And that's the way to keep going through the drive. They had another drop pass during this drive, but it doesn't matter. Orion stays calm and confident, and he throws another pass, and he's able to get the first down in the next play.
Orion's going to throw to Howard, cutting in the gap to get a decent gain. Orion then hands it to Jordan, who runs in the gap for a short gain. 3rd down, Orion throws to Howard in the gap, getting him to the 10-yard line. 4th down, Orion on 4 rush, throws a cow in the back of the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown. 6-0. If you look here, Day lets him go at the last second, leaving him open. 6-0.
And one person I got to talk about throughout this drive towards the end after they get the first down, Howell steps into the game. And he has 2 key passes to help them drive down the field, and then they end up getting into the end zone. I like the patience of this team. They take their spots, they take their shots every now and then. The short passes, they keep going, they stay calm, and they drive slowly to the end zone for the score.
New Breed gets the ball. Day-Day's going to fake to Kyra. Throw to Aaron on the sideline. Stop that Tayshawn for no gain. This kid, Tayshawn, is no joke. He's all over the field, making great plays. That is another big stop by him there.
And that's what you see in the makeup of a proper giver in that position right there. He knows exactly where to go. As soon as the ball is thrown, he pounces on it, and he's able to make a play. If he's able to play like that throughout the game, I think that's enough to help slow down New Breed's offense.
Day-Day's going to throw to Lorenzo open on the sideline for a nice gain. If you look here, John and Jordan giving him too much space, and Day-Day's going to find him. 3rd down, Day-Day throws deep to Kyra, open in the middle. Big game, first down, getting him to the 5-yard line. If you look here, Kyle signaling for help, but nobody gets behind him. You got to find a way to shut Kyra down. You shut her down on the first drive, was able to limit her to her plays. She comes away with a big play, and this kid, they with swag to go right at her. Great pass, great pitch and catch by these two. DJ's going to hand it to Kaya, who runs on the sideline into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-6, they score. And I'm just stopping because it seems like what they did the first drive, they could not do it the second drive. Sarge was determined to get Kaya the ball, and he finds it in the end zone.
But I'm going to give my props to Day for this drive right here because he was accurate in a lot of his passes during this drive. That big play to Kaya, that was all Day locating her on the field and getting her the ball. That is all him, and that's one of the reasons why they were able to finally score in this drive here.
Orion's going to throw to Howell, cutting in the gap for a decent gain. Second down, Orion throws to Jaden in the middle for a decent gain. 16 seconds left. Third down, Orion throws to Jaden, cutting in the sideline. That's going to be dropped. Last down, Orion throws deep to Jordan. The pass is short, picked off by Lorenzo, taking this into the half. 6-6, Tigers.
On that last drive, there was not a lot of time left, so Orion just takes a shot, and Lorenzo picks it off. But listen, ultimately, I think that was a good drive. They made a few. Ultimately, that was a good half for Boys Club. I think that they made a few mistakes on the first drive, and it kind of slowed them down. They recovered on the next drive. But what they did on the next drive, the way they patiently was able to drive down the field, that's something that they're gonna need more of. I like this kid Howell. He's a short player, but he gets through the defenses. They're gonna need to see more of him on the field, getting past this New Breed defense. And Tayshawn, they need more of him at the ball giver position, playing the way he is. If he's able to do that, they're able to shut down and slow down this New Breed offense. As long as he's playing that way, I think that the Boys Club have a great chance in the second half if they keep this going.
If I'm New Breed, I'm a little disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
We know we played this team early in the season, but it's not the same team. We can't have an offense that averages 30 points a game and only have 6 at halftime. We gotta, one, get out of that funk of we're gonna walk through and win the chip. Mm-hmm. One thing about these Boys Club coaches is you can see this team swarms, and they was able to shut Kaya down in the beginning of the game, first drive. Now, I respect the fact that we're gonna pound the ball with her, but we got to get other guys involved. Day is showing the ability to spread the ball and find different guys on the field. We got to continue to attack this team. Remember, we cannot wait until the last minute. This team we're playing is number 3 in scoring. So they can score when they want to. We got to continue to do what we do and put pedal to the metal and put some points up. Because if we keep it close, we have a chance of losing. This team has nothing to lose. What else has nothing to lose? We're undefeated. We're the number 1 scoring offense. We got everything that we're supposed to have. This team is not going to back down. They're playing with the house money, and we cannot allow them to steal this game away from us. So we're going to jump into the second half. Mm-hmm. Newbury gets the ball. Day throws deep to Lorenzo in the gap, guarded by Jordan, off target, incomplete. Second down, Day throws to Darian in the gap for a few yards. On the play, stopped by Cameron. Third down, Day throws to Lorenzo near the sideline. Zaire is there to break it up. Incomplete. Newbury has to punt. And this was a terrible offensive drive. If I'm on the sideline, I'm yelling at my coach because what are you doing? We just said the key is to pound and ground with Kaya. This is what she does. And I don't know why Sarge is trying something different, but we saw when we didn't get her the ball or she was neutralized the first drive, they stopped us. We gave her the ball. She was able to open it up for our other guys to score. We got the ball to Lorenzo. We got the ball. Once we got him the ball, we're able to move it around. And it opens up the ground game for her. But now we're just shooting bullets everywhere rather than keep to the formula, ground and pound. This is a terrible offensive series on Coach Sarge. First down, Orion throws to Jordan in the gap for a decent game. Second down, Orion hands it to Jaden, who's going to run for a few yards. Third down, Orion's going to throw to Harold, cutting in the gap for a decent game. Last down, Orion throws to Zaire in the gap, who runs on the sideline. Nice game, first down. This kid Zaire, he's a problem making plays. Big first down by them.
And this is him making up for that first drop pass early in the first half. He's making up for it, making some big plays here. And you heard Howell again with a good play, getting him near the first down. So the way that they're driving and chipping away at the field, that's the way that they were able to score in the first half, and they're keeping it going in the second half here.
First down, Orion throws to Jaden in the gap, knocked away by Darrow in the gap. Zaire here, open in the gap. Second down, Orion throws to Zaire in the gap, who cuts inside, running for a nice gain. I love the way Coach Amar and Coach Terrence are finding a way to get this kid the ball. This kid's a playmaker. Third down, Orion hands the ball to Jordan, who runs on the sideline for a few yards near the end zone. 4th and goal, Orion rolls right, finds Zaire in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. They missed the extra point, but it's 12-6.
And this is all Orion and Zaire connecting throughout this whole drive here.
Don't forget my little man Howell.
Yeah, of
Show
course.
this kid on the field.
Yeah.
He may not get a lot of yards after the catch,
Yeah.
but he's going to catch that football.
And the fact that he gets open because of his height, everybody else is towering over him, so he's easy to get into the gaps. And that's a play that's very valuable on any team. So he helps them get to the first down. But Zaire, this was all his drive, and Orion finds him throughout this drive. With them connecting like that, that is an easy score, and they show it here on this drive.
First down, Day throws to Kai on the sideline, who cuts inside, gets past Jordan and John, and runs downfield for a huge game in the first down. Get my girl Kaya/Akon the football, because she can make plays when she get it. Huge game there. Sarge throwing the strategy, the bootleg strategy, just have live drive out the window, and he's gonna go to his best player, and she makes Boys Club pay.
And the funny thing is, there was no strategy. This was just get her the ball.
Yep.
They gave her the ball on the sideline, and everything else that she gave was all her. Shaking a few defenders, running downfield for the big gain. If they are able to keep this up here after this play, I think that Boys Club's defense is in a lot of trouble.
Day-Day's then going to throw a short pass to Kaya on the sideline, who runs inside for a decent gain. Day-Day then hands it to Kaya, who runs on the sideline for a few more yards. Third down, Day-Day throws to Gary in the gap for a short gain. Gary collides with John, and refs end the play there. What you think? Was that a good call?
I think that this was a good call because they were kind of the ref kind of emphasized that his flag was underneath his sweater, so they couldn't get to it. So when John went to get it, they kind of collided.
Nice
so
little secret move.
I like the strategy to try to get away with something. Listen, it's football. You try to get the edge any way you can, but the refs call it dead there. But that's still a decent game to keep the ball moving.
4th and goal, Day throws it down in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 12-12 tie. And this drive, they had the ball on 4 plays. Kaya touched the ball 3 times, and they scored. Give her the ball. Feed the beast. And they end up scoring a touchdown, finding Darryl.
And the thing about this play is because they were so worried about her running through the gaps, they step up and they leave Darryl wide open in the back of the end zone. He just runs on the sideline, and he's standing there wide open. So all Data has to do is just get him the ball. And that's because, again, the defense is worrying about Kaya running. They step up, and they leave Darryl open for the touchdown.
12-12 tie. Orion throws to Zaire on the sideline for a decent gain. Second down, Orion hands the ball to Jaden, who runs in the middle for a decent gain. Third down, Orion throws to Jaden, cutting in the middle. Drop, picked off by Day. New Breeze gets the ball back, and that is a huge turnover on this Boy Club team.
And that's unfortunate because this drive was going. If this was a big play, if Jaden was able to hold on to the ball. He doesn't, so it turns a good drive that could have potentially led them to score to New Breed getting an advantage, getting the interception, being in scoring range, and having a chance to put the game
And
away.
we talked about this kid Day earlier, how he can make plays on both sides of the ball. We just seen him throw a touchdown pass to Darryl, and now he gets the interception to give his offense back the ball. He's giving the ball back to himself.
Yeah.
That is a great stop. Unfortunate drop by Boys Club. First down, Day throws a Kaya in the gap, who spins past Tayshawn, runs for a decent gain. Was Lorenzo blocking? Had a lot of people talking on the sideline about this. What do you think?
And, you know, there was arguments on both sides of the field about certain players blocking during the game or whatever. But on this one, if you look, Lorenzo's clearly blocking on this play.
And the rest missed one.
Yeah, they kind of missed one because it's hard not to see a kid as big as Lorenzo trying knocking some play out the way. He didn't do too much, but it was enough that it can be categorized as a block. But I don't think that mattered too much because Kaya was able to make space on her own anyway.
I think it's because everybody's so fascinated when Kaya touches the football that they all focus on her and they don't see the player getting away with a little block.
Yeah.
But it happens. I'm a ref. I miss calls all the time. Second down. They hands the ball to Kaya, who gets past Tayshawn, runs past Jaden, into the end zone for the touchdown. 18-12, New Breed.
And this is the worst thing you could do in this point of the game. Give Kaya the ability to make plays close to the end zone. Because you're not going to keep her and this New Breed team out of the end zone once you put them in that space. So that interception comes back to haunt them in this play. And New Breed takes advantage to get the score. And they give Kaya the ball and let her do her thing. That's exactly what she's doing. And it seems like this boys club team has no way of stopping it.
Day throws to Aaron in the front of the end zone for the extra point. 19-12. 1 minute warning. Remember, it's 19-12.
Yeah.
Boys Club get the ball. Orion's going to throw to Jaden in the gap for a short gain. Second down, Ryan throws to Jordan in the middle. Jordan with a nice diving catch for a decent gain. This kid got dirty. This kid went, and this is when you know you want a championship.
Yeah.
When you see kids diving and making these plays, spectacular plays all season, but to do in a championship game shows that you really want it. Great play by Jordan. Third down, Orion throws deep to Howell on the sideline. Picked off by Lorenzo. Ending the game. Orion's second interception in the game. Putting New Breed in the driver's seat for the championship. They're going to win this 19-12.
And it's funny that both the first half and the second half ended in a desperate pass by Orion throwing deep, and Lorenzo's there to pick it off twice. So it's the same outcome for one half to the second, but unfortunately for this one, that was the second one was to put the game away for New Breed to win the championship. Great game overall, a battle back and forth, but unfortunately by 7, New Breed takes the victory.
We're going to break down the game real quick, and then we'll wrap it up with the interviews. First of all, shout out to Boys Club. This team lost to New Breed in the regular season 27-6. Went 4-0. So them losing this championship game hurts a little more because their last game they lost was the first game of the season.
Yeah.
That hurts. First of all, another shout out to the coaches, Coach Amar and
Coach Terrence.
Coach Terrence. Yeah. Boys Club had this game. They made several mistakes that hurt them. I've watched this team. I've watched some footage of this team, and the certain mistakes that I've seen them make in the regular season that they won the games, they kind of made here, and they made these mistakes when they faced the Falcons, Fordham Falcons. Hopefully, I'm saying the name right.
Yeah.
They swarm the ball well, but they miss flags when they do at times. We seen Kaya able to spin in and out, and they missed flags, and they gave her extra yardage. That hurt them. That's a big mistake. One thing we know, you can't give a high-powered offense like New Breed more opportunities, and they did by missing flags. Then, what's the quarterback name?
Who for Boys Club?
Boys Club.
Orion.
Orion threw 3 interceptions. That hurts. One was at halftime to throw up. One was at the end of the game. One was off a drop. That's not his fault.
Yeah.
So 2 of them I don't put on him. But the last one that he threw deep to Howell, we see Howell making catches.
Yeah.
But this kid is not jumping out the gym.
No. So that was kind of the one.
That's the only one mistake I think he made. The one that was dropped, not his fault.
Yeah.
The one that he threw up is going into half. But that one was a little tough, especially that was third down. And he tried to make a play. I love the fact when These kids are going out there attempting to make plays. I love that. We're trying to teach them that you cannot be scared to make a mistake. He made a mistake.
Yeah. He did.
He's going to get better. He's been playing well this season. He made a mistake there. The last mistake I think this team made, too many drop passes.
Yeah.
They dropped at least one pass on every drive. Can't drop the ball. One first down. Drop passes will kill you. And they dropped the ball. A lot of that you have to put on the coaches. You know, the kids are learning, you know. But certain things you got to put on the coaches. I looked, the mistakes that they made during the season, the missed flags and the drops, they've been doing all season. So when I coach, it's like I always say, I'm not going to accept nothing in a win that I wouldn't in a loss. And also,
go ahead.
They're one of their best players could not suit up because of his grades.
Yeah.
And that is a very important thing. And I love the fact that this team didn't allow him to miss the game. You want these kids to feel it. You know what I mean? I'll give you a quote that I saw real quick that I screenshotted. And then you can talk about New Breed and
I mean,
not to you know go over, but this is what I screenshot. And this is a great quote. And for everybody to know, I'm not attempting to be tough on the kids. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You know, uncoachable kids become unemployed adults. Let your kids get used to someone being tough on them. It's life. So we're being tough. We're giving construction criticism on the mistakes they made. The mistakes this kid made in school hurt his team. And I hope he's watching it because I've seen this kid in some films and this kid makes plays. But because of his suspension for the game, it hurt his team. You get better. You learn off of your mistakes. But that's what I think hurt this team. Those three crucial facts and the bonus for them not having Zeron hurt this team. And it possibly could have cost them a championship.
But I'm going to lessen that emphasis. Like, I'm okay, he wasn't there in the game, but what can you say? You're talking about that they missed flags and all of that. They were the #1 defense in the league.
Yes.
So with the flags missed or whatever, they were still #1.
Correct.
They had one hiccup in the regular season. In this game, they lost by a touchdown, 7 points, and that was from a dropped pass of all things. You know, so again, I want this team to hold their head up because they had the game in their hands and they're the ones who made some crucial mistakes.
And that's football.
It wasn't that they played bad.
No,
it wasn't.
no.
It was just, little things that happened.
People thought this was going to be a blowout.
And that's the thing that I want to emphasize. You had New Breed on their side, not to take away anything from them, but they're supposed to say that they're gonna run through their opposing team or whatever, and that's exactly what they said. But this was not a runaway game. This was a close game that it took a few plays to make the difference. One, Kaya was unstoppable in the first half. That made the difference. And then Daden with the crucial awareness to be aware of that play once Jaden dropped that pass. Once Jaden dropped that pass, he was aware and he was able to make the key interception to help them put the game away.
Yeah.
So those things could have went the other way. In every other drive that this team, this boys club team was able to drive past the first down, they had a high chance of scoring.
Yeah.
Especially when they were chopping the field up. Correct. So were they where they could have been on the way to scoring on that drive? I think so. So again, I want this team to hold their head up high. I want them to keep going, keep playing, and keep learning because this is a talented team in and of itself, and they showed that they deserve to be here, and they were a few plays out of winning this game.
True.
So at the end of the day, shout out to Newbury. They played a great game, especially the key players on their side, but Boys Club have nothing to hold their heads down about. This was a great game by them as well.
I'm going to give you the numbers right here. I'm glad you brought up stuff about Kaya. She's gonna win MVP.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to interviews with the coaches. But I'm gonna just say about this girl's numbers. What she did. And look at this. You can look at the screen and see it. The first drive, right? They had the ball 3 times. The first drive, 3 plays they ran. Kaya touched the ball 2. They didn't score, but she touched the score twice. The second time they got the ball, right? Kaya touched the ball twice again, and they scored. The next drive, Kaya did not touch the ball, and he didn't score.
Mm-hmm.
So she went that whole drive, first time of the drive of the game, where she did not touch the ball, and they did not score, right? That was the first drive in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of got on him after he gave her the ball 4 times in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, first drive, she didn't touch the ball. The last 2 drives, right? She touched the ball. Had the ball 5 times the next drive. She touched the ball twice. They scored.
Mm-hmm.
Then the last drive, she touched the ball twice, and they scored. Twice out of 3 times they had the ball, and she scored.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya touched the ball 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
8 to 9 times.
So they regularly gave her
They
the
gave
ball.
for the football.
Yeah.
And they scored 3 times, right? Out of every time she touched the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the 5 possessions they had, she touched the ball 3 drives out of the 5, and they scored.
And you know what the difference was? In the second half, they changed up their strategy.
And they just gave her the football.
They gave her the ball in space and told her, do what
Win
you
this game
do
for
you.
us.
That's pretty much what they did, and that's exactly what she did. In the first half, they didn't give her the opportunity to do that because the New Breed's Boys Club's defense swarmed them, and this kid Tayshawn was in almost every play. That didn't happen at the same way in the second half, and because of that, Kaya had enough space to make things happen. Because you didn't have Tayshawn on her face in those plays, Kaya was able to make moves and go. And a few times before, once she gets her stride and she gets her momentum going, there's no stopping her. So there's nothing that anybody could do. That's when she was passing Tayshawn, passing these kids. They had nothing that they could do once she got her stride. And that's what happened in the second half. Once they gave her the ball and told her, do you with it, she did that. Definitely a reason why she wins MVP.
Well, we're gonna go to the coaches' interviews, and then we'll go with Pam's, the commissioner of EHS, on Real Tough Talk.
Yeah.
Interviewing. We're gonna see how he does. Let's go to the coaches first, and then we'll see how we do.
Together, got into the game, and we brought the game home.
Man, that's great. That's great. It was a great game. Thank you for coming every week, well, except 1 week, and participating and showing your skills. You definitely opened our eyes uptown. And we all, if y'all didn't, y'all better follow her. Tell everybody your Instagram so they all can watch you.
Kaya_Icebox.
Kaya_Icebox. Get it. Thank you, champ. Appreciate it, man.
What's going on, Stephen J? 19-12. First of all, they thought they was going to run through y'all. So congratulations to your kids for standing up. You had opportunity. You tied the game. What happened after that when they was able to get the ball?
The turnaround was the interception. One of our guys had it dead in his hands, and it slipped. It went to them, and they came back, and we had to change up the game, play different. It's not the play to go ahead, but now it's the play to stop. So that was the difference of the game.
You seemed defensively not be able to stop their MVP, Kaya. She kind of dominated. You really wasn't able to slow her down, especially when she got the ball in the red zone. What would you say happened there that she was able to score and pretty much do what she wanted offensively?
Well, she's a great player. I'm not going to take anything away from that young lady. Like, she's amazing. And to me, she's like the best player in the league. That's why she had the MVP. It's just unfortunate my guys didn't get the flags. And, I question a couple of plays where, maybe a block here and there. But, hey, they're human. They miss things. And we missed the flags. And we couldn't catch her. And she took it in.
You was able to score 2 touchdowns with Zari. Am I saying his name right?
Zaire.
Zaire and Kyle. Right. But your little man, one of the smallest kids on the field.
The youngest.
Was dominating. Tell me something about that kid, because he was explosive and humble and quiet.
Yes, How he's just an amazing kid. Amazingly, this is his first time playing football ever. So, you know, I play in the gym a lot and see him catch and run. So I told him, let's come out and try something. He tried it, and wow, he did an amazing job catching the ball many times and running. So I was proud of him, and I'm looking forward to working with him in the summer. So come back next year, he's definitely going to be in the run for MVP.
27-6, I believe y'all first played them. This game was 19-12. You kind of had them against the ropes. You had them kind of, you know what I mean?
Stumbling.
Yeah. So, I mean, what did your team prove to you today going against an undefeated team, a number 1 seed, lead the league in scoring? This team averaged 30 points a game, and you had kept them to 19. What did your team prove to you today?
Just they would never give up. They just work hard, they push hard, and I told them if they put their mind to it, they could stop anything and everybody. You know, like I said, unfortunately, just the interception was the change of the game, but they worked hard, and I'm proud of them.
We're going to thank Coach here for being with us. They played an excellent game, and this team made noise. I wouldn't want to play this team. I wouldn't want to play this. Plus, they're so humble, quiet. Great job, Coach. It's all a reflection of you and your program.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for being in this league, and we know we're going to see y'all again. We're going to thank y'all. See y'all on the site. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're here with Sarge, coach of New Breed, the EHS undefeated champion, perfect season. First of all, how are you feeling right now? Especially after last week when you possibly wasn't even going to play this game. How you feeling right now?
Bittersweet, man, but I did it all for my kids. They wanted to play, and I just went out there and put what I know, my knowledge of the game, and applied it for them, and did what they wanted to do. I'm happy we came out on top because I wouldn't have it no other way. They worked so hard all season for it, so I mean, I'm happy. I would have loved to have my whole team here, but nonetheless, we finished the season where we started, perfect season.
This girl, Kaya, wow. Wow. You told me about her. I didn't believe you. 2 touchdowns, dominant defensively, making great tackles. Tell me something about this girl.
Kaya's unbelievable. She just turned 13. The young lady, her admiration for the game, she want to be one of the first females to play on a higher level. But if you follow her on Instagram and just see she put so much hard work into it. Like, she's a student of the game. And I knew coming into today, we was only going to have 7, but we had her. So I told her before the game, you ready? I'm putting a lot on you, on your shoulders. She said, give it to me, I'm ready. So again, I wouldn't have it no other way.
27-6, you beat this team in the regular season. This game was 19-12. What did they prove to you coming into this game?
A lot of heart. They never gave up. They came in from start to finish, and they played a hell of a game. Shout out to them. They played like they're supposed to play in a championship game. I mean, you know, so unfortunately, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. But a hell of a game to the Boys and Girls Club.
What would you say about your organization that they proved to you today? Playing Iron Man. That's the main thing. Playing practically Iron Man, able to stay in the game, especially when Boys Club was able to creep back into the game. They held up, got a crucial interception to come down and score. What did your team prove to you today?
They never gave up. They never gave up, and they stayed with the main game plan from day one, to have fun and win while we're doing it.
We're going to thank Sarge for being with us. He's the first EHS Kids champion. You know he's going to hold on to that for a long time. But I feel you're coming back to defend the title.
We're going to talk about that. I don't know, talk to see what my team and my organization want to do, but I wouldn't have it no other way. I would love to come back and defend it.
He's going to just enjoy this moment now. Going to thank him for being with us. Great season. We're going to see you on the site. Sarge, great season, brother.
How do you think he did, first of all? How do you think Kaya did?
Huh?
Interview-wise.
She pretty much was short and sweet in the beginning, and then she gave her shout-outs in the end. You know, she showed, that's when her personality started coming out. That's when her swag started coming out, you know? So she had to, like I said, in the game, and also in the way she spoke in the interview, once she get her stride, that's when the swag comes out, just like the game. And that's why you see her personality shows in the game as well as out. And that's why you like seeing her play that much more. Pam's, on the other hand, I think that this was like a fluff interview on his side. You know, it was all pleasantries, no hard questions, anything like that. Obviously, she's an MVP, so she did her job. There's no way you can tell her she did anything wrong. So
Right.
there's no way that you could be tough on her when she already won MVP. But I still say, just for our own bias, that we weren't the one interviewing her, that this is a little fluff piece on Pam's side, trying to, bring her up. So, but either way, I like that, he, gave her the opportunity to speak. I like that he spoken and said the obvious, because there's not much you can say that her performance didn't show.
She touched the ball. I got her stats back.
Mm-hmm.
She touched the ball 9 times.
9 times.
And had 2 touchdowns.
Okay, so
and numerous big plays.
Yes. So my thing is, he just let her do her thing. He said his regular pleasantries or whatever, but he knew that there's but so much you could say that you didn't see on the film.
I give Pam's C+. C+. I think he should have took a little bit more of the spotlight like I do in the interviews.
Why? Be more animated?
Yeah. No. Make it more about yourself too.
Okay, of
like
course.
I do. You know, got to take a little of the shine away. Can't always give it to the kids. They might get a little head swollen, and they got to remember they're on the show. You know what I mean? Right at that time.
Whoa. So you're saying they got to remember that they're on your show.
Correct.
And it's not their show, it's
Correct.
your show.
So Pam should have took over a little bit more.
So you're trying to say, even though she's the MVP, you're the real MVP. That's what you're trying to say.
I like the way you think.
No. But I'm not giving you credit. I think that you're moving too much now. Because all you're doing is you're acting like you're so sour that you didn't get the interview.
No. I like the fact that he did the interview. I just want him to take a little bit more of the shine. Because when you're on first take or Undisputed, it's all about the host and all that. So if Pam's just hosting the interview, he has to take a little bit more of the shine. You know what I mean? He just won 50, so he should have threw a 50 in there about him winning the championship. Because that's what I would have did. I'd have found a way to talk about myself in there.
He wanted to interview her. Don't let him try to act gas it up. He wanted to interview her. He mad that Pam's got the interview over her, and now he took your shine because you're Stephen J. You're supposed to get all the high profile interviews and all of that. So you a little salty on that. But listen, it is what it is. It's still a good interview. I love her swag, and I'm glad that Pam's able to interview in the first
Bottom
place.
line, we all joking back and forth, but her swag is crazy.
Yeah.
And shout to New Breed. They're the champions. well, they grind the whole season, came away and won the championship and did what they have. Shout to EHS. They got the kids jackets, trophies, big trophy. Great opportunity that these kids have. But shout to New Breed. Shout to Boys Club. People expected this to be a blowout. They figured that they blew them out in the regular season, 27-6, that this team was not going to be able to keep up, and they damn sure did. They had a lead in the game. They were down. I mean, they had a lead, and they threw a bad interception.
Yeah.
When they could have put the game away if they were able to score. They allowed New Breed to get an interception and score. That hurts. But at the end of the day, great game overall to all the kids. Sorry we went a little longer, but it is what it is. I don't care, like I always say.
Yeah.
And shout to everybody. So, once again, shout to EHS for allowing us to do this. Shout to Skip because we use a lot of his footage as far as the highlights for the kids in the beginning of the game. And hopefully I like the little thing we put together. We'll see how it works out in the future. But this was a great chance, opportunity we got. So on behalf of EHS, Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J, my partner Ghost. We're going to thank y'all for joining us. See y'all in the next go around. Hopefully it'll be a lot of sooner than later. We out here. Much love.